Have you ever wondered if there's a difference between a $5 logo, $50 logo, or a $100 logo? Well, wonder no more, because I wasted a bunch of my own money to try and find out. Now you may be thinking, not another "I paid Fiverr to do this for me" video.
It's time to stop!
But I am .fix.
I am that guy, and I'm here to kill the game.
So let's kill the game. And for those of you who just clicked to see the logos, here they are. How exciting. $7 logo, $50 logo, $100 logo.
Wow.
But if you want to keep watching, I will share my journey of how I got to these 3 logos. So you may be wondering why I need these logos. So if you're new to the channel, what I do on here is try to make money online by building online businesses. And one of the ways I do that is through affiliate marketing. Now, I just started a brand new website targeting the outdoor niche for affiliate marketing, and I need a new logo for it. Now, I have a couple of other websites. Here's my first one, and check out that logo. It is beautiful. It is good enough to be put on a t-shirt. So if you know me, you know I am all about outsourcing work, which is why I want to outsource the logo. If it was up to me, I would outsource everything. I would even outsource the outsourcing, and I would sit on a yacht and have somebody who I have outsourced to bring me my checks. But that is why I have outsourced the logo. I could spend a few weeks, probably a few months, learning how to design a logo. That effort and time would be better spent in doing something that I'm already good at. Plus, I do not get art. I am not good at it. I don't understand it.
This is art. Get it?
I was doing some research, and this is what I came across. This painting sold for between $40 and $60 million. I guess that's a painting. This is a white canvas, a blank white canvas that sold for $15 million. And look at this. This sold for $50.6 million. I am clearly in the wrong business. Maybe one day I could just sell a completely blank website. So if you're like me, you have no idea what's going on design-wise, art-wise, or anything like that, you are going to struggle when you order a logo, because you are not going to be able to communicate what you actually want or what you are envisioning for your logo. And so a tip for that, the process I use, is to start researching some logos that I like, save them, and have them on hand so I can give them to the seller. And so since my niche website is in the outdoor niche, I am going to search for an outdoor logo, bring up the images, and start getting a sense of what I like. Right off the bat, this is pretty dope. I like this. These are a little too cartoony for me. These are a little, actually I kind of like this. I was going to say too minimalistic, but these are okay. Really like that. So you can kind of get a sense. I like the circle. I like the mountains, the animals, and big letters for the actual logo name. This is definitely too minimalist. I like this kind of stuff for like real life businesses or software businesses. Definitely too minimal. This looks like a timeshare company. Little too kind of, I don't know, hippie. Let's see here. I like this. Not quite the shape I want, but I like it. Not quite the font I want. I don't know what font I want, but I know it's not that. Little too colorful. I like kind of darker colors like this. So I'm probably going to save stuff like this, things like that. This is pretty good for a minimal logo. Minimal? Is it minimal? Minimalistic? So save a bunch of those images of logos you like in the kind of niche you like. More than likely, especially if you're going with a cheap logo, the designer is just going to be using a template and just sliding in some information, making a few tweaks so that you are happy with it. Okay, so now that I know what type of logo I want, it's time to start researching some sellers. So you're just going to head over to Fiverr. I want logo design. And just start looking for the type of logo I want. Usually the first picture will have what I need. Okay, skipping ahead a bit, about 10 to 20 minutes, I found 3 different sellers in the 3 different price ranges, showcasing some of the logos that I like. This is the $7 logo seller. You can see they have a lot of logos already. More than likely, they're going to put my logo request into some sort of template. So it'll look something like this, but there's a lot of these sort of circle outdoorsy logos. And what I will get is 3 initial concepts, which is pretty cool. All the source files, don't know what that means. Logo transparency, that's really good because you don't want to have your logo taking up too much file size because it's going to be on every single page of my website. High resolution, I would assume so. 3D mockup, don't know what that means. Standard is going to be $50 for this guy, and the reason I went with standard is because you only get 1 initial concept. You lose out on a bunch of stuff. Like the logo transparency and everything if you go with the basics. So this seller's kind of pushing you to go with standard. I'll get 4 revisions for $50, just under $50. But you see here, it's getting a lot closer to what I would really like. I guess this is what I like, retro vintage badge. That's my jam. And for the almost $100 logo, very similar to the 50, except just cleaner, crisper, and they're looking a little bit more authentic, a little less generic, and I really like them. So I'm going to go ahead and put all these orders in, and we will be right back in a few days when they are all complete. Okay, so it's been a few days, the logos are back in, and I'm still wearing the same shirt. Now for all of the orders, I went through and did something like this. I answered the questions. Each seller had basically the same sort of questions, and I attached a few logos that I liked that I got from my Google image research and that I thought would be helpful for the sellers to understand what type of logo I liked. So let's check out the first one. You'll see here, I actually spent $20 and that's because I tipped them. You'll see in a moment why I tipped them, but if it's a cheap logo, I'm only paying $7, I'm going to send them a tip if I'm happy with it. So Logo Master, he got back right away after I submitted my requirements. He thanked me for the order. And so within less than 24 hours, I had my 3 templates and I'm quite happy with them.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Now, if I only had $5, $7 to spend, I would probably go with this one. These ones, I like them. They look a little bit too generic, a little too close to probably something else that's out there, but also just more like an outdoor clothing kind of brand. So I feel like if I were to go with this one, I would have accepted it and just asked for a revision around coloring, reduce the amount of different colors there were, and probably go with that one. Maybe change the font a bit, but I am happy with that. So if you only have $5 to spend on Fiverr, you can still get a pretty decent logo. And so the second one, just under $50, was from Jester here. He thanked me for the order, and he delivered something fairly quickly, and this is what he had delivered. I like it. You can see here I pointed out some revisions. I don't love the black border, and it does look a little too... It's the border that kind of throws it off. It makes it look a little almost like amateurish, and it didn't look... I guess it's like clean and crisp, if that's a thing for logo design. So I asked for a few revisions, change up the colors. I got this back. I did like it was kind of blending into more just similar colors. Make it look just a little bit more cohesive. Look at me with all my design talk. So I asked for, what was the other revision? That was fast, thank you. I think I will stick with the first one, but can we have a revision of reducing the boldness of the black border? So I wanted to get rid of that boldness, but keep it the original way, and this is what he sent back. That is scuffed.
That is scuffed.
So I'm not sure if you could tell, but the title is completely off to the side. Wasn't even paying attention to what he was doing. And so I knew I wasn't going to go with this logo, so I just accepted it, but he did not get a tip. Let that be a warning for you Fiverr sellers out there. Tips are for going above and beyond. If you're going to send me this, clearly you don't care, so neither do I. I thanked him. I was polite. It's good to be polite on Fiverr because the seller will rank you as well as a buyer. People don't have to accept your orders. And here we go. The $100 logo. Is it worth it? Or did I waste my money? So I submitted the requirements. I was able to submit more logos. And what was cool about this seller is she actually had a whole Google Sheets of templates of logos she's already done that I could choose 3 from that I really liked. And I think it was these 3 here from hers, and these 3 were ones that I downloaded. So I made a mistake and forgot to attach them. She took a little longer to get back. I assume she's probably doing a bit more intensive work and also I think she's a bestseller, so she probably has a lot of orders in queue, so no problem. I was willing to wait. And here we go. We got this back. Now, I do not want a red background. I want it transparent. I want it to blend in with the white header that's going to be at the top of the website. But I love it. And I want to know what it looks like. So I gave a few revision points, what it's going to look like when it is all transparent, clear, crisp, and concise. These are designer words, right? So let's take a look. A few comments back and forth. Bum-pa-rum. I love this logo. I think it's very crisp. It really fits in with the sort of like professional feel. I'm trying to go with the outdoor niche website because I imagine it's going to be sort of middle-aged, give or take type of readers on that website. So I want it to look kind of crisp. I like the font. Don't know what it is, but I like it. Very happy with it. I already spent $100, so I did not tip. Kind of regretting that now. I feel like I should have tipped. But one thing I did notice, doing my research again for this video, guess who included my logo in their portfolio? Boom. Website is already famous. And so here it is on the website. I think I'm going to go with this one. You can let me know down in the comments if I should have gone with one of the other logos. I don't think it's just because I spent $100. I think it's actually the one that I actually like the most. It looks awesome. I've set up some of the colors on this theme to match it, just to kind of make everything pop out a bit. And now that the logo's up there, it is time to sit back because all of the hard work has already been done for this website. So what did we learn in this video? We learned that I've just discovered green screen memes. We have learned that I have paid far too much for a logo. We have learned that it is always the case that when you pay more, it will be better. And we have learned that a white canvas is indeed art and worth $15 million.